Quiet power is not silence alone. It is the calm energy a woman feels when a man has nothing to prove, nothing to chase, and nothing to force. Most men misunderstand this completely. They think women feel safe around a man because he talks smoothly, acts confident, makes bold moves, or knows exactly what to say. But many times, safety begins before a word is spoken. It begins in the way a man sits, the way he listens, the way he does not rush, the way his eyes remain calm when another man would become eager, nervous, or loud. And here's the part most men miss. Quiet does not make a man powerful by itself. A quiet man can be weak. A quiet man can be bitter. A quiet man can be afraid. But a quiet older man who is calm, warm, respectful, and emotionally steady carries a different kind of signal. A woman may not describe it perfectly, but she feels it. She feels that he is not trying to impress her every second. She feels that he is not waiting for her approval to decide who he is. She feels that his attention is controlled, not hungry. She feels that he can handle a moment without turning it into pressure. That is why quiet power works, not because it is mysterious in a fake way, not because he is playing hard to get, not because he is pretending not to care. It works because his nervous system is not begging the room for validation. A mature man does not need to make noise to prove he is present. His presence is already there. Think about the men who make women uncomfortable. Not always bad men, sometimes just emotionally loud men, men who overtalk, men who explain too much, men who need a reaction after every sentence, men who move too fast when a woman gives them one small sign of warmth, men who treat attention like a prize they must grab before it disappears. That energy creates pressure, and pressure is the opposite of safety. A woman may smile politely, but inside she begins to pull back. She may keep talking, but her body becomes guarded. She may not reject him directly, but she stops feeling relaxed. Why? Because she can sense that the man is not really present with her. He is trying to extract something from the moment: approval, interest, attraction, confirmation, reassurance. A quiet older man with true calm does the opposite. He gives the moment room to breathe. He does not try to fill every silence. He does not rush to prove he is interesting. He does not treat her hesitation like an insult. He does not become cold when she needs space. He does not become needy when she gives warmth. He remains steady. And steadiness is one of the deepest forms of masculine safety. A woman often watches how a man handles small tension before she trusts him with bigger emotion. If she disagrees with him, does he become defensive? If she pauses, does he panic? If she does not respond the way he expected, does he punish her with moodiness? If she looks away, does he chase harder? If she tests his confidence with a playful remark, does he collapse or attack? These small moments reveal a man. Words can lie. Calm does not lie for long. A quiet older man who makes women feel safe has learned one thing: not every moment needs a reaction. Sometimes the most powerful response is a measured one: a relaxed smile, a simple answer, a calm look, a little space, a change of subject, a steady tone. He does not let his ego drive the conversation. That is rare. Many men are controlled by ego and call it confidence. They need to be right. They need to win the room. They need to show they know more. They need to prove they are still desirable, still powerful, still important. But a woman can often feel the insecurity underneath that performance. A mature man who is truly quiet does not compete with the room. He observes it. He does not need every woman to notice him. He does not need every person to respect him immediately. He does not need to be the loudest voice in the conversation. His value is not hanging from other people's reactions. That is why he feels safe, because a man who is not desperate for control is less likely to become controlling. A man who is not desperate for attention is less likely to become possessive with attention. A man who is not desperate for approval is less likely to punish a woman for not giving it quickly enough. This is the hidden psychology behind quiet power. Women do not only notice what a man does when he is confident, they notice what he does when he is uncertain. Does he stay respectful? Does he stay grounded? Does he stay kind? Does he stay emotionally balanced? Or does his charm disappear the moment he does not get what he wants? That is where many men expose themselves. They are polite when everything goes their way. They are calm when they feel admired. They are warm when they feel chosen. But when the energy shifts, they become tense, sharp, defensive, or needy. A quiet older man with real emotional control does not change that quickly. He may feel something, but he does not throw that feeling onto the woman. He may notice distance, but he does not chase it with panic. He may notice attraction, but he does not turn it into entitlement. He may notice uncertainty, but he does not force clarity before the moment is ready. That restraint creates safety, because safety is not only physical, safety is emotional. It is the feeling that a woman can be herself without being managed, rushed, judged, or punished. A quiet man gives her space to reveal herself. A loud, insecure man fills the space with himself. There is a big difference. Imagine a woman sitting across from two different men. The first man talks constantly. He tells her what he owns, what he has done, what other people think of him, how many women liked him in the past, how unfair life has been, how different he is from other men. He may think he is building value, but he is actually asking her to validate him. The second man speaks less, but when he speaks, he is present. He listens fully. He does not interrupt to compete with her story. He asks simple questions. His eyes are calm. His body is relaxed. He does not rush her. He does not make the conversation feel like a performance. Which one feels safer? Most men already know the answer. They just forget it when they become nervous. The mistake is thinking attraction requires constant action. But sometimes attraction grows because a man is not constantly acting. He is not overmanaging the moment. He is allowing the woman to feel herself in his presence. That is important. A woman may feel more feminine, relaxed, curious, and open around a man who is not pushing energy at her. She may feel she can slow down. She may feel she does not have to defend herself. She may feel that his calm gives her nervous system permission to soften. This is not weakness. This is leadership, not leadership over her, leadership over himself. A mature man leads himself first. He leads his tone, he leads his reactions, he leads his pace, he leads his attention, he leads his desire. He does not make a woman responsible for managing his emotions. That is why quiet older men can feel different. Life has tested them. They have seen enough to know that rushing rarely creates respect. They have learned that silence can protect dignity. They have learned that not everything needs to be explained. They have learned that a woman's warmth is beautiful, but it is not a reason to abandon self-control. But there is one warning. Quiet power is not emotional absence. Some men become silent because they are afraid. Some become distant because they do not know how to connect. Some use silence to punish. Some think being cold makes them masculine. That is not quiet power. That is emotional avoidance. A woman does not feel safe around a man who is silent but tense. She does not feel safe around a man whose quietness feels like judgment. She does not feel safe around a man who withholds warmth to create control. Real quiet power has warmth inside it. It is calm, not cold. It is patient, not passive. It is controlled, not frozen. It is respectful, not detached. A quiet older man who makes women feel safe still knows how to smile. He knows how to speak kindly. He knows how to show interest without pressure. He knows how to give attention without making it heavy. He knows how to be present without becoming invasive. This is the balance most men never master. They are either too eager or too distant, too loud or too cold, too available or too guarded, too emotional or too shut down. The mature man stands in the middle, warmth with control, interest with patience, presence with space, masculinity with respect. That is the energy women remember. Now here is the action step. For the next 7 days, practice becoming quieter in the right way. Not silent, not boring, not cold, quieter. Before you speak, breathe once. Before you respond to a woman's test, relax your face. Before you explain yourself, ask whether the explanation is truly needed. When someone speaks, listen without preparing your next performance. When there is silence, do not rush to destroy it. Let the moment breathe. This trains your nervous system to stop chasing control. And when your nervous system becomes calm, your presence changes. Your eyes become softer. Your voice becomes deeper, not because you force it, but because you are not rushing. Your posture becomes more natural. Your words become cleaner. Your attention becomes more valuable. A woman may not say, "I like that your nervous system is regulated." She may simply feel comfortable. She may stay in the conversation longer. She may ask more questions. She may relax her shoulders. She may smile more naturally. She may look away and then look back. She may test you lightly just to see if the calm is real. And if it is real, you do not need to announce it. She feels it. This is why quiet older men can become deeply attractive without trying too hard. They are not trying to pull attention. They are allowing respect to grow. They are not trying to overpower a woman's emotions. They are giving her a steady place to experience them. But understand this clearly. Making a woman feel safe does not mean becoming her emotional servant. It does not mean tolerating disrespect. It does not mean absorbing chaos. It does not mean being endlessly patient with poor behavior. A mature man has boundaries. In fact, boundaries are part of safety. A man with no boundaries may seem kind at first, but eventually he becomes resentful. A man with healthy boundaries feels clearer. He knows what he accepts. He knows what he will not accept. He can say no without rage. He can walk away without drama. He can protect his peace without punishing anyone. That kind of quiet boundary is powerful. A woman can often sense when a man is calm because he is strong, and when a man is calm because he is afraid of conflict. Those are not the same. The calm man with strength can be gentle because he is not weak. He can be patient because he is not desperate. He can be quiet because he is not empty. He can be respectful because he is not pretending. That is what gives his silence weight. Many men want to be mysterious, but they confuse mystery with hiding. Real mystery comes from depth. It comes from a man who does not reveal everything immediately because he does not need to sell himself quickly. He lets his character unfold through behavior. A woman sees how he moves, how he listens, how he handles pressure, how he treats people, how he controls his attention, how he responds when she is unsure, how he carries disappointment, how he leaves a moment when it is time to leave. That is where trust begins. Trust does not come from a perfect speech. Trust comes from consistent signals. A man who is calm once may be interesting. A man who is calm repeatedly becomes believable, and believable calm creates safety. This is why your quietness must be honest. If you are pretending to be calm but inside you are boiling with resentment, it will leak. If you are pretending to be patient but secretly keeping score, it will leak. If you are pretending not to care but your ego is waiting to be fed, it will leak. Women may not always know exactly what they are sensing, but they often notice when the energy does not match the words. So the goal is not to act quiet. The goal is to become grounded. A grounded man does not need to fake mystery. He has a life. He has purpose. He has standards. He has discipline. He has emotional range. He has self-respect. He has learned that peace is more valuable than applause. That is why he does not panic when a woman pulls back. He does not collapse when she tests him. He does not rush when she smiles. He does not become bitter when she is cautious. He does not become arrogant when she is interested. He remains himself. And that is the quiet power. One of the most attractive things about a mature man is not that he knows everything. It is that he no longer needs to pretend he knows everything. He can admit when he does not know. He can listen. He can laugh at himself. He can be steady without being stiff. He can be masculine without being harsh. That makes him feel human and strong at the same time. Women often feel safer with a man who is not trying to perform perfection. A man who can relax into himself gives others permission to relax too. He does not make the room feel like a test. He makes the room feel steady. And in a world where so many people are restless, that steadiness stands out. It is not loud. It is not flashy. It is not desperate, but it is felt. The quiet older man who understands this becomes dangerous in the best way. Not dangerous because he harms. Dangerous because he is not easily manipulated by attention. He is not easily pulled by beauty. He is not easily shaken by silence. He is not easily controlled by approval. He has control over himself. That is the foundation of respect. So if you are a mature man listening to this, do not ask, "How can I seem more powerful?" Ask, Where am I still reacting like I need approval? That question will reveal more than any technique. Do you talk too much when you feel nervous? Do you become cold when you feel rejected? Do you explain yourself when silence would protect your dignity? Do you chase clarity from a woman who is still deciding how she feels? Do you mistake calm for doing nothing when real calm is doing the right thing without panic? That is where the work begins, because women do not feel safe around a man simply because he is older. They feel safe around a man who has become emotionally responsible with his age. There is a difference. Years can make a man wiser, or they can make him heavier. Experience can create depth, or it can create bitterness. Silence can create peace, or it can hide fear. It depends on what a man does with himself. The quiet older man who feels safe has chosen refinement. He has cleaned up his energy. He has learned to slow down. He has stopped fighting every small moment. He has stopped needing to win every exchange. He has stopped turning every woman's reaction into a measurement of his worth. He is not perfect, but he is present. And presence is rare. When a woman feels safe around that kind of man, it is not because he is trying to make her feel anything. It is because he is not creating emotional danger. He is not rushing her. He is not judging her hesitation. He is not demanding instant trust. He is not making his desire her responsibility. He is simply steady. And steadiness gives people room to come closer. That is why quiet older men can make women feel safe without even trying. Not because they are silent, not because they are distant, not because they play games, but because their calm says something louder than words. It says, "You do not have to manage my ego." It says, "I can handle myself." It says, "I will not rush you." It says, "I am here, but I am not desperate." It says, "My peace does not depend on your reaction." That is the kind of power that cannot be faked for long. So become that man slowly. Train your calm. Refine your presence. Speak less when your ego wants to explain. Listen more when your nervous system wants to perform. Keep your warmth. Keep your standards. Keep your dignity. Let your quietness become clean. Let your attention become intentional. Let your presence become safe, not soft. Because the woman who notices real quiet power will not only notice your silence, she will notice the strength underneath it. And when she feels that strength without pressure, that calm without coldness, that respect without neediness, she understands something before you ever say it. This is a man who knows himself, and a man who knows himself does not need to chase the room. The room feels him. That is the silver signal. And in the next video, you need to understand the one mistake older men make when a woman finally shows interest. Because many men do everything right until attention appears, and then they lose the calm that made her notice them in the first place.